Downloaded.
Wow.
All right.
Wait, do I have to hit ready?
Everybody will have to hit ready, but don't ready up yet.
Oh, Steam.
What's up?
Steam's like trying to, I don't know, Discord is trying to start someone's camera, but it keeps failing.
Oh, that's TAC. TAC's camera's a bit weird sometimes. Just don't worry about it.
Well, it's overlaying on my game.
You can turn that off.
Yeah, that's because you have the
Oh.
Discord overlay enabled.
They can't hear you, Mario, because they're not in game yet.
It's not letting me like do anything about it. I don't know what's going on.
If you want to turn off the overlay, you can do so in the direct Discord settings.
This is annoying as hell.
Yeah. You go to activity settings, game overlay, and then you can just disable game overlay.
Of course, the MIDI settings are wrong. There you go.
Okay, should be disabled now. Perfect.
What I find weird is why is 48 gigabytes of DDR5 more expensive than 64?
Wait,
Don't
what?
know.
Yeah, there's a 48 gig kit I could buy for $600.
Okay, find court. 7. 4.
There goes TAC.
Joining.
Yep, the code is in the VC chat, so you should just be able to.
No, I'm hearing double.
Yep, mute yourself in Discord. We're going to be using the in-game VC chat. Make sure your settings are set properly.
Alright.
Wait, how do I set my settings in this? Oh.
You have to go back to the main menu, Travis.
You can just
Okay.
click escape.
Oh, I'm gonna be prosecutor. I'm gonna be prosecutor. Oh, let me just set my settings.
Oh no, press escape and you can open up settings.
Hold on. Oh, that's what. What? No.
Just know, Kindle, since your defense, you are going to have to speak.
Let me reopen the game real quick.
I can't speak.
Yeah, you can. Press escape and then check your settings. Make sure it's set to the correct mic.
What the fuck? Oh, that's a weird way of. Okay.
Not in game, no.
I'm not on Discord. I muted myself on Discord.
Oh
There
yeah,
we go.
now we
Hold
hear you.
on,
Gabe.
let me re-enter.
Alright, good. Alright, now we're just waiting on Travis. Travis? Oh no, he can't hear.
The only difference is Kindle might just have to boost their microphone in game. Make sure it's at the maximum setting because it
Same with you,
defaults to
Mario.
65%.
Same with you, Mario.
Same with you. You're very quiet in game as well. Why is this game so quiet?
There, is that better?
Tiny bit.
There we go.
Just boost the game audio then.
There we go.
The game audio is at maximum.
Okay, is it good now? You guys hear me?
The only thing that isn't is
Yeah.
music and sound effects.
Alright, everybody ready?
Yep.
Jerry?
Question: does the judge get to choose the case, or does the prosecutor do it? I gotta
No,
ask.
so the prosecutor makes the charges, and then we go off of that.
Oh my god!
That sounds
Yes.
fun. I mean, that's
Alright.
kind of how it is in real court.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna
so-
do some fucking stupid
okay.
shit.
Cherry, is your mic working in game? Cherry.
Doesn't seem like it.
Cherry.
It appears that my microphone does not work in game at this current moment.
And fix it.
What is this
Okay,
sound
I'll go
automated
back and
shit?
fix it. Give me a
You,
second.
you don't need to
This sounded automated as shit.
Womp womp. I don't know how to do it.
press escape, and you can bring up the settings.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We've been saying it for a while.
Oh,
I know.
I know
We'll start
why.
here shortly. So what we're gonna do is we're going to rotate everybody's roles every once in a while. So which means everybody will get a chance at each slot.
Oh boy.
All right. Everybody ready?
Can you hear me now?
Okay, we
Yes.
got it. We got it.
Okay.
Everybody ready up?
Oops. Thought that was going to happen.
I got kicked out.
You got kicked out. Why?
You can zoom in with the right click, by the way.
Yes.
I'm back now. That was what happened.
You look so dumb, Jess.
Wow. Wow, okay. That was dark.
All
Yes,
right.
I think this is open shut case, everybody. I don't know. I think it is.
Okay, I
Are
guess
you are you sure we're in the right court for this?
No, we in federal court. We got this. Yeah.
We're in federal court. What do you mean?
Yeah. Okay, so this game fucking work. I don't know.
Please tell me you looked at the tutorial.
I looked at it for a bit.
Sandy, help.
Uh,
Sandy,
What?
What's up?
help. My, I don't think my thing is working. Look,
All right, we
It's
might have
just-
to restart the lobby if Kindle's busted.
it's just stuck on this. My game crashed, I think. No, it
Yeah,
actually
all right,
kicked me
everybody
out.
back to the main.
I'm sorry.
Not your fault.
Code is ready. Check the VC chat. Travis, new lobby.
I changed my voice changer off. Hold on. The Fitness Grand Pacers test is a multi-stage
Jerry.
aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues.
This grand page right now.
Travis, we're waiting on you. All right. Travis is the prosecutor.
okay, do I do the same thing as last time, or do I?
You can do the same thing. We can do a different thing. Everybody, make sure you're ready up.
Okay.
Only the judge, defense, and prosecutor need to ready up.
All right,
Oh my god.
Hello, object. Welcome to the stream.
I'm in the new spot
Mr.
now.
Kindle.
Oh my god.
Okay, Let's do this.
I'm over on the opposite side now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just a cardboard standee, but in the full game, you're an actual sock puppet.
Yeah.
Alright, Travis, we're just waiting on you to present your evidence. Travis,
Okay.
do you have your charge?
Wow.
What?
Wow. Okay.
Okay, let's get this started
What
then.
the zillion billion zill people?
Nuke Iran and causing World War III.
Alright, Travis, present your first piece of evidence for me, please.
Jeez.
Uh,
What?
Okay,
yo. Okay,
What?
I think that's good. I guess. Yeah.
Okay,
you're a lonely piece of shit. That's what you.
okay, so Travis, so our prosecutor Travis here presented us with a size 47 sock and a lonely puzzle piece. I'm kind of confused why those would be used to nuke Iran, but I'm not gonna question it.
Listen, the size 47 sock was the glove basically because she had to do a pin, and because she held the sock in the hand, that means there was no fingerprint on it. In the lonely puzzle piece, there's always the puzzle piece to a court, and that is, and the puzzle piece is the size 47 sock. So
I have something to say.
Yeah, what's up?
It's obvious that the sock was used as a slingshot to launch the nuke.
Fuck! Yo, he's right! Hold on. Yo, Zenny, send this bitch to the electric chair immediately.
Oh,
Nah. Alright. Kendall, what do you have against that?
Oh shit, wait.
What do you have against that?
Nah, Kendall. Wait, so do I get to choose the card? Or is-
Nope. So if you look at your desk, your light will turn red or green to think is deemed worthy.
Yeah.
But you're not just
Listen,
supposed to.
listen.
Everybody here is trying to make the court as stupid as possible, so you guys can like throw paper at each other and cause.
what have we have?
All right. So first off,
Stop writing. Stop writing.
you can't. What? Mario? What?
Nuh-uh.
Do you have
Big-
anything to say to the court?
Yeah, I have something to say.
Your Honor, he is
Okay,
a liar, pants on fire.
No. You see, Miss Kendall killed quantitazillion billions of people. You gotta
Uh-huh.
fucking get your facts right, dumbass.
Nuh-uh.
Okay, no. Okay, can I judge? Can I present? Okay, I need.
Nah, you shut up.
Damn.
You know.
Okay.
Okay.
But no. So I've already determined that the size 47 socket couldn't have been used to nuke Iran. So that is
Why not?
bullshit. That is a piece of evidence that is bullshit. Shut up.
Man, fuck you.
Objection. F you.
Fuck
Overruled.
Damn.
Kill yourself.
No.
Order in my court. I say order in my court.
You know. Yeah, because.
Alright, prosecutor, you got any new evidence for us today? Why is Kindle asleep?
She's dead. She's dead.
Just time. Here you go. Have this.
Ow.
No,
Bad.
No, you're bad. Ow.
No wonder the legal system is so slow.
Yeah.
Travis, you gotta present
Yes,
us some
sir.
evidence. Mute
Okay.
you.
Okay. So here's my thing. So I'm gonna present something, guys. This secret meeting.
Ooh,
you
tell
know
us
what
more about
to
it. Tell us
do,
more about it.
So
Oh,
you see,
God.
Mrs. or Mrs. Kindle, whatever you prefer, was not alone during this. There was a reason why she nuked Iran, causing World War III, and that was because that was because she got a shady thing. She was meeting up with the president to what? Disclose blackmail. And so, you know what they did? Kindle also had blackmail on the president, which in fact, shady mail swap.
God.
For God.
All
was
right,
be-
that's enough. That's enough.
Yes, yes.
I said that's enough. All right, Kindle, do you have anything to bring to the table for us?
I mean, yeah, you don't have to full picture. I actually have.
Fuck.
Yes, like this is the blackmail.
Oh God, it was a inflation bonus.
So wait, Kindle, you're telling us that they couldn't have been able to afford the nuke anyway?
Yeah.
That makes
too
sense.
expensive.
All right, that does make sense. Okay.
Ah, yeah, it does.
Does anybody from the jury have anything to say?
What could blackmail have to do with this?
You see a blackmail
You're right
can-
about that. You do make a valid point.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will omit that evidence from the board. It is
Fuck.
no longer valid.
Failure. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Jerry. Thank you.
Okay.
You see, this is how actual juries work, though. This is how,
Going back to Travis.
Oh fuck, I actually got
So can you explain to us more in detail how you think the secret meeting went?
you. Hold on. I only have one fucking card left. I gotta work with this.
You could re-roll it.
Choose wisely.
Okay, but this one sucks even more. No, I could. Okay, so the secret meeting was for this. The plane ticket.
Mm,
Ooh, okay. That's the
Mm.
only way
Why
they
does-
could have easily get to Iran anyway. You make a good valid point.
Exactly.
Ooh.
No. For inflation, it would have been too expensive.
No, but the president, right?
plane ticket
president
is
could have
much
offered some-
cheaper than a bomb.
Plane ticket is much cheaper than a nuke, Kindle.
Exactly. Yeah. What do you have to do with that claim? I got you.
Ooh, he got you on that. He got you. All right, Kindle. You got anything before I bring out my final verdict?
Oh. He wouldn't have been able to afford a plane ticket because of this.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
But president though. But president though.
That's
wrong?
inside the wall.
But the president ignores all of this, the inflation and the salary. Because he's
I
the
think
president.
Yes,
the
but
law.
but the
It'll
way
happen
this was
infinitely.
worded, it wasn't the president who nuked Iran. It was Iran. It was someone.
True.
Also, couldn't he have taken out a cashier's check to afford the plane ticket?
You make a point on that. You do make a point on that.
Oof.
All right. All right. Order in my court.
You motherfucker.
All right.
You do this.
We're about to give the final verdict. Jury, do you think they're guilty or innocent?
I'd have to say at the moment there's not enough solid evidence to, without a doubt, say they're guilty. Yeah. What do you think?
Mario, you got anything to say?
I don't know. It seems all very circumstantial.
I got one.
All right.
got evidence.
Due to the circumstances, they are found not guilty.
Fuck! God damn it, my fucking plot, dude.
It has to be
Want
without a
frame
doubt.
her, oh my god, damn it.
For someone to be considered guilty, it has to be without a doubt. At least that's how you
Damn it, I left the court accidentally.
All right. Who wants to be the judge this round?
On my notepad, I just put.
I
That was
guess
it.
I could.
My
Alright.
notepad was just.
All right. Travis, we're just waiting on you.
Why'd Travis leave?
Who's ethanol?
That's me.
Travis.
Hey.
Tag.
I've
Scotty.
segregated myself from the other jurors. Oh no.
All
Oh,
right,
no.
Mario, ready up.
Let's
I knew you
figure this
bitches.
out.
Oh fuck. Okay.
See what
To be
Zenny
honest-
charges my client with.
To be honest, these sock puppets look like more like worms, and I like that. Like the worm on a string.
I'm just not
Farting-
reading to the
Farting
music,
out a
just,
PS5. What the?
What?
Quite the
Oh,
accusation.
not you.
That is quite the
Racist.
accusation.
I don't want to be in the same courtroom with this man. Get him out of here.
Damn.
Ow.
Alright.
Ow.
Who does
Ow.
say about that, Mario?
Usually it's the prosecutor that goes first.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
How are you?
All right. So, I do have my first piece of evidence.
Okay.
Why?
Wow.
Oh shit. Yo, wait, hold on.
You have to understand, during the time of this crime, we witnessed the accused going into a store when the systems were down and just taking it.
Hmm. What's your defense on that?
During this, there was a violent epidemic.
Ooh.
Oh shit, you're right. Hold on.
There was a lot of other people also running around doing shit. But my client
Damn.
did not do this thing.
Prosecutor, what's your verdict on that?
That's gonna be hard to argue. Okay, that's gonna be hard to argue, considering the fact that anybody could just do it, but we witnessed him do it in a store where nobody else was doing it.
My question is, what does...
Plus, we even got a sketch artist to sketch it out for him when they witnessed it.
Ooh.
Saying we got a eyewitness on our hands?
Yes.
The question is, what does... And for my question, for the defendant, what does the global malware have to do with the epidemic?
I'm not sure, but during this time, my defendant was carrying an empty pizza box and empty wine bottle.
But okay, but I'm gonna have to argue with that. Why? Why would they have empty containers? That's my question. Why would they?
They just finished eating and drowning the sorrows.
Put pizza and wine out in public.
So...
But hold on. We also found one other thing. On the box of the PS5 were fingerprints on a piece of worn-out duct tape.
Ooh.
We found so many fingerprints of your client on that piece of duct tape. Do you have anything to say about that?
Could just be leftover duct tape from the antique chandelier that they were repairing beforehand.
Oh man.
When didn't that go against your claim, though? That you didn't do it?
leftover duct tape doesn't mean it's duct tape from anywhere else. Someone else could have used the rest of the duct tape and put it on the PS4 box, or PS5 box in this case.
So my question is, are you saying that your defendant is the one who used the duct tape or the store?
Store's duct tape. My client works at the store.
Okay.
Also, just so you know, you can omit evidence. If you click on the evidence board, you can say evidence is null and void.
So, I'm gonna say well, my question is for the defendant. What does the pizza box and the wine bottle have to do with this case? Are you assuming that they were drunk and they didn't make wise decisions, or if there was a party?
They just finished a really long shift. Retail is shit.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and say that's probably not relevant to this case. I'm gonna leave that up, but I'm gonna say the pizza box is probably irrelevant to this case.
Plus, another thing too. When we searched the accused's home, we did find an overfilled mailbox filled with checks from work. Among other things as well.
So you're saying that they could have been absent from home during this crime?
Correct.
So what's your defense on this?
While my client was at work quite a lot, getting loads of shifts for overtime, the police took a while to respond as there was a gathering of police officers the other side of town.
So you're saying it was hard for them to get home because of that?
It took a while for them to respond. The evidence was not clear. That's why they had to have an eyewitness sketch, which is generally unreliable.
True.
Zenny.
And to the global malware, what would that go onto this case? First of all, who was the one that issued that?
Top is the prosecutor.
So, what is your point on the global malware for that, along with the violent epidemic?
So, during the global malware, when we searched the accused's phone for anything, we found a bunch of texts left unread, including stuff
Hey Reese,
related to
welcome to the stream.
stealing of the PS5 and the malware itself.
Well, my question is, does the jury have anything to say about this?
Hold on.
Anyone?
The malware at this point was widespread. It's unknown if the origin was my client or he was another victim.
Yes.
What was that?
Has anyone checked the DNA profile of anything? Has any forensics been done?
Yes, on the box of the PS5, there was as we mentioned, a piece of worn-out duct tape with fingerprints of the accused on it.
Has the PS5 been located?
Yes, it is currently in evidence storage right now.
Has any forensics been done on that?
As I said, they did find some fingerprints on it.
Well, if they were to fart out a PS5, there would be residue on the PS5, correct?
That's true.
That is true, yes.
And they found no residue on it.
They did, but then they cleaned it off.
Mm,
That is
You-
tampering
you
with
think that-
evidence.
yeah, I was about to say, you think even then there'd still be trace amounts of it left on it.
God.
Defendant, do you have anything to say against this?
Uh, the search was not my client was not provided with a copy of the warrant when the search was conducted.
So you're saying it was an unlawful search?
Yes.
Do you have anything to present for the prosecution?
Reason why a warrant wasn't given was because it was a no-knock warrant, so they were allowed entry regardless.
Was there anything in plain sight for that?
Yes, it was shown at the door. The accused just must have not seen it.
So you're saying the PS5 is at the door?
Yes.
Nothing to say.
With it being a fully wooden door with no windows at the front, it would be difficult to show if it was in the inside of the house. If it was in the outside of the house,
There was a peephole, though. A pretty big one.
fair enough.
My question for the prosecutor is for the duct tape. Is there any other stuff in the store that also had that duct tape on it?
To our knowledge, no.
And you said there was duct tape on the chandelier, right?
Yes.
Like in the store?
The chandelier at this point is mostly duct tape at this point.
Okay. Yeah, I'm probably going to say it's irrelevant. For the prosecutor, with the gathering of police officers, did any of those police officers witness anything happening or any suspicious behavior?
The police officers did notice that the accused, while drunk, was arguing with somebody over the PS5.
So you're saying this might have been organized?
Yes.
Okay. Defendant, do you have anything to say about that?
The argument was several blocks away from the store after the events had already transpired, and my client was trying to get home with this person harassing them.
Does your defendant have any possible receipts if they were to buy this PS5?
They opted not to get a receipt from the store.
Okay. Prosecutor, did you find any records at all of any transaction in the store?
When my team searched the system, they didn't find any recent transactions of a PS5 relating to said person.
Okay. I don't know what to go off of this. Does the jury have anything to say about this? Speaking, okay.
Not really.
Based off of the evidence, there's not enough forensic proof to
Yeah.
make them guilty.
Unless we have solid evidence like CCTV or any like inventory evidence, then I don't know if this would be solid enough to consider them guilty. I'm gonna give each of you one last chance to make any claims.
So-
Otherwise,
I will actually come back to that. The day of, they had noticed that a PS5 went missing from storage.
mm, and there's nothing logged in the system for that.
Correct.
And if any forensics evidence was shown, was there anything like near like the general area of where the PlayStation 5 was stored at the time?
There was a rubber glove on the floor,
Mm,
and the employees at that store, when in the storage room, are required to wear gloves.
okay.
A normal criminal wouldn't have done that.
But a smart one would.
And defendant, do you have anything to say about this claim?
The standard gloves issued at the store are blue in color. Unfortunately, my client has an allergy to that specific brand of rubber gloves, so their rubber gloves are pink in color. So there's that. Also, the CCTV system was down for that day due to the global malware attack.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, unless there's any other solid evidence that is presented to court in the future, I'm gonna say that the defendant is not guilty.
Damn, let's go. Oh,
Damn.
Wait, what?
Not
Wait,
enough
how'd you
solid
lose that?
evidence. It was close though, but
Damn.
This game is so stupid.
Yeah, but
Alright, we
So
need a
who wants
defense
to-
and a prosecutor.
Zenny, you have to admit, I make good points.
it was a good point, but it's about, there's like there's too many open spots for it to be without a doubt.
Fair enough. Alright, so Mario is the judge. He wants to be the defense and the prosecutor.
I already was. I can be defense this round.
You know what? Cherry, you be prosecutor.
Oh god.
And then Ethanol is defense.
Oh, never mind then.
Actually,
Oh,
no,
give me a second.
Kindle's defense.
Huh? Uh-oh, I'm dead.
You have to protect your client. Make sure they get off.
Make sure they don't fucking nuke Iran.
God.
Let's see what Cherry accuses the
They didn't nuke Iran.
plaintiff of.
Oh, good God.
Oh, yeah, I can do this. Oh,
He's guilty of
never mind.
period cramps. That's what happened.
This game is so dumb.
Why-
So dumb.
Why does it say
Because Cherry is making the charges.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ah.
This is only a demo. Just wait until we get the full game where the jury can
I
actually
need
do
several
shit.
acts of-
Wow.
Wait,
Oh,
really?
Wow.
Oh, that's what the different. Okay,
That's bad.
that's made several acts of arson
But they didn't
against
do
the
that.
nursing home.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I
but
go
Alright.
first, right?
Prosecutor, show your evidence.
That accusation. Oh, God.
Ooh.
Mm.
Okay, that's hard. I
On
couldn't-
camera, we saw the defendant near the nursing home carrying several Molotovs.
Okay, defense, what's your rebuttal to that?
Oh, oh God. Hold on.
Hey Cyrus, welcome to the stream.
Hold on. Oh God.
What do you think of this game, Ethanol?
God. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay, they were at the
Oh.
nursing home, yes, but they were a doctor, not an arsonist. An arsonist. That was someone who just the same.
Okay. What'd you say to that?
Huh?
What is this evidence? Please explain. Sherry,
If you're speaking, we can't hear you.
I see your mouth moving.
On the USB was found a diary of them logging what they were going to do, and it was found that they actively wanted to burn down that nursing home.
Was there
I'm
any
doing all right.
Okay. This client is a doctor, and is there any forensic evidence on drive?
Unfortunately, there is no forensic evidence because, you know, the
It
building
was a
burnt down.
fire. Yeah.
Hmm.
Dozens died.
Usually data gets destroyed in a fire, like a USB key.
It was found in their home.
Just so
Oh, their home.
unorganized.
I thought you said it was found in the.
Oh.
Okay, so what do you say about it being about a
Yeah.
encrypted USB key found in
actual nursing
client's home?
So, like, without coffee, my client goes insane. They rant, they go crazy, but like, they don't.
That doesn't
and,
sound
like,
good.
They don't act out on anything though. Like, they don't act out on anything they say. So, all of mine are bad.
You can reshuffle them if you want.
I can't. I did.
Oh,
This is all I got.
okay, prosecutor, what you got?
I'm not gonna use any cards. I'm gonna just continue.
This is a desktop game
After they
called
were sawn, after they
Socks.
seen,
Guilty as Sock.
after they were seen on the CCTV cameras, there was a large black cloud of smoke coming from the same nursing home that the camera was at.
Hey, you got me.
Okay, what'd you have to say to that?
Oh, jeez. Hey. Hey. So, on that phone, last call received in 2005. They actually did make a call. They didn't receive a call, but like, oh,
Hey Moon,
Hey.
welcome.
Mario.
If they didn't make or receive any call, then why is this phone important?
Oh, it went.
What is going on? It's totally how court works.
You know, man. Nick, I'm sorry. Wait, huh? They're both bad.
Unfortunately, it seems like the landline phone is irrelevant to this case.
Yeah.
Anything further to add, prosecutor?
In their home was also found a scratched CD that was tossed out on a table. This CD presumably contained more evidence that they wanted to do things. However, it looked very hastily destroyed, considering that the tool, a hammer, was laying directly next to it. Them probably using the backside of the hammer to scratch it up.
Anything to say to that?
And the oh, I'm only helping. Like CDs can be cleaned if they're not scratched up enough. I think there is a way to read
This
them
game
clean,
is
so
guilty
if
as
you find
sock.
that just
It's
scratch up
a social, stupid game like this.
potential evidence on that CD, I guess you.
One person's a judge, one person's the prosecutor.
I don't like being put on the spot. I'm not good with.
Any input from the
improv.
jury?
And my client is sad right now.
Basically, yeah. So, any suggestions from the jury?
Nah.
It's too confusing, man.
Yeah, this is worse. I don't know.
Any final things to add?
Nah. Well, they did it. They did. Amazing
Okay.
evidence on your part. They did it.
I'm really good at these things.
You did it.
I guess I'll do my verdict then. Unfortunately, with the amount of evidence, I pronounce the defendant guilty.
Guilty as sock. What?
I did it.
The sentences.
Boy.
What happened? What happened?
I don't know. Mario, you just disappeared.
Weird, I'll try rejoining.
I guess.
I don't know. I could try.
Yeah, there's.
There you go. I'm back.
We need more people.
No. Okay.
Zenny is prosecutor again.
Don't worry, dude. fucking.
See what they charge your client with.
Holy shit. Oh, okay.
Gort
Okay,
is the
that's-
defendant, and they are accused of money laundering. And Travis
Okay.
has to defend them.
Okay, so what's your thing, defendant?
So, oof.
didn't read it all because it was quite long, but like the
Say
sentence for the last one was
that
like burping the
they
alphabet
may-
backwards
they may
or
have
some
been
shit,
Using,
or doing other things.
landline to talk with other people that they may be distributed to, that they were borrowing from,
Mm.
and so they could possibly be sort of a middleman in a bigger scheme of unknown charges that we don't know of.
Well, actually, to defuse your claim, we actually talked to that mailman actually, and we found that
Okay.
that he was being accused of.
Prosecutor, I
And
got
what
a question for you.
Yes, Your Honor?
At the time the phone was found, was it still working?
I believe from what our sources said, it was technically working, but there was some possible malfunctions with it.
Okay then.
So there may have been tampered with later down the
All
line.
right, defense. What do you have against that?
what I have against it. Okay. What I have against it is these.
So you're saying you're saying the accused was at a concert at the time of the incident?
No, I'm actually saying the mailman, the person that he was in contact with the dusty landline phone was at the time. At the time.
So you
because-
think the mailman was the one doing it then?
Yes. Yes, he. Well, no, I'm saying because you said that the dusty landline phone was that they were in contact, right, Ethanol?
Correct. He was in contact with them as he was sort of a middleman, and mailman was the distributor in this case.
However, the problem was that we did view the mailman's car and stuff like that, and we found these concert tickets that were at the same time as that supposed landline call. And as you say earlier, that landline phone was tampered with later, so he couldn't do it after. But before he couldn't do it either. He was at that concert.
Mm.
All right, jury, got anything to add on to that?
I got you out, Gert.
Cherry, Mario,
Are they dead?
What?
Cherry,
got anything
what
to
do
add on to what's currently available?
Although not at the moment.
Okay.
Cherry,
Terry's dead.
Gary,
Gert also killed them.
order.
Uh,
All right, prosecutor.
Here
Anything
we
else you'd
go.
like to say for us?
My point is that there was also a violent epidemic too, so it was
Oh.
unlikely that they could have been at
Oh.
that concert.
Ooh.
You are
that's-
right. There was an ongoing epidemic at that time, which means all concerts in the area were in fact canceled. So that concert ticket would be null and void.
Oof. We know, Your Honor. No, Your
Yeah,
Oh,
Honor.
you got an argument against that?
We also
Yeah.
have some hand sanitizer that we found at the scene too, showing that they were also practicing those procedures that the CDC proposed.
Ah, okay. Let's go over to the defendant then.
Okay. Well, Your Honor, here's the thing, though. There was a gathering of police officers there at that location.
Were they cleaning their uniforms?
Well, yeah, it was at the concert. They usually
But
do
there
it every
was
year.
no concert.
But there was. Really? Wait, is that what that means? It's like
Yes,
damn,
that
sucks.
means that the evidence
Yeah.
is null and void. There was no concert.
Can I, like rewind? I didn't even know.
No, we're not rewinding.
Okay. Huh. Well, shoot.
For the time being, the concert would have been canceled because of the epidemic.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
And officers could have been there because the place that the defendant was working at for the money laundering was the laundromat. Conveniently.
Hmm. Hey, fair enough.
Alright. So, prosecutor, got anything else for us?
Got to say that we also did find a possible internship that was also there as a witness.
An intern. Okay, what did the intern have to say?
Intern said that there was some missing sort of logistical numbers in terms of transactions of how many clothes were washed, or rather how many cycles.
As if they cleaned more than what they actually did?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Okay then. Okay. What do you got to say about that?
The in. Oh.
No problem, Cyrus. And we've got a dozer coming through.
Yeah. What at the? I can play this.
What is it?
Was
Okay.
a landline phone, not a cell phone.
It was a landline phone. Landline phones don't use SIM cards. Because the number is associated with the address.
People carrying around hand sanitizer
So,
for
that
personal
piece of
use was
evidence is
quite
also
common during the
relevant.
pandemic. I assume you could get them. I still carry hand sanitizer around because
Alright.
you never know when you'll find a bathroom that
Anything
has
for us, prosecutor?
no soap left.
You don't always have to put a card, by the way. You can just speak.
I know. I'm just looking. So, I'm trying to think. You mentioned the gathering the police officers earlier, correct?
Yes.
But what was your original claim of why they were there?
I believe it was to clean laundry, wasn't it not?
Yes, it was. Otherwise, I don't believe I have any other verdicts.
Alright.
Wait, you said why was the intern there?
Why was the police officers there? Like, for your original claim?
Alright, anybody from the jury got anything to say or add on to? Jerry?
When did all this money laundering and stuff take place?
It took place. Around last year, towards early July, actually, for summer jobs. I believe
And
the intern.
Is there evidence to back this up?
Yes, our intern was. I believe they were a junior in high school working for the summer job.
Okay then.
No,
And we do have tax forms to prove so.
Alright, defense, got anything to add on to that?
I know I'm losing, but kids don't drink tea. They drink that soda.
Was that found in the manager's office of
Yes.
the laundromat?
Yes, it was.
Okay, did you run any forensics on it?
Yes, I did.
What'd you find?
That there was nothing on it.
Okay
then. How
then.
could it have been used?
No, but it wasn't
Gloves,
used by
maybe?
anybody.
There also is other stuff you can use tea bags for, such as cleaning shoes and whatnot.
Yeah, but who
Tea bags are
realistically
also-
does that though?
You'd be surprised. Tea actually has many uses, such as
Yeah, but this kid's
anti-moisturing.
like a. Let's say because
Also-
you
Order.
said-
Order.
Yeah.
Order. You need to be. Alright, prosecutor, got anything to add on?
So first of all, the intern is not the manager. The manager is the one who's being prosecuted.
And if the
So-
intern wasn't aware of the money laundering, so they couldn't have done anything about it.
Exactly.
But the intern is wait, hold on, I can spell. But the intern is also part of the case as well, so we need to go over the intern too, because he's an integral part to your case and an evidence piece. So
In this case, he was an eyewitness, but you do make a point he could have also been in on it too.
exactly. With the used tea bag not being the intern's, because we run around the forensics test on the tea bag, which says it's not the intern, it more likely says that the intern wasn't probably there at the time of the thing, because we knew that the used tea bag was also part of the place at the time at the gathering. So the intern, I know, joke. The intern couldn't have seen it because the used tea bag, because I claim that the intern didn't drink out of it, which he didn't. So the intern wouldn't be there at that time.
My point being is, what would the tea bag have been used for this case?
It would have been used to drink.
Okay, but what does that have to do with the money laundering?
Because it shows that because the police officers were drinking tea and stuff.
Oh.
But police officers don't really drink tea, they drink coffee and donuts. They drink coffee and eat donuts.
I mean, it's more likely than the intern being a kid, I mean.
Alright. Anybody from jury got anything to say about this?
Nope.
No.
Jerry? Alright. I think I've come to my final verdict.
Yeah.
Found guilty.
Yeah, I know. Dude, I re-rolled on those cards, bro, and I got shitty cards, I'm not gonna lie. Like...
Right, to yell about conspiracy and prove their innocence.
I think it's just a lot of you have to like play with the kind of character you make a story.
Cherry, you're the judge this time.
Yeah, yogurt.
What if I don't want to be the judge?
You have.
Fine, I'll be the judge.
All right. All right, Cherry, ready up?
Making me get off Oakland.
This sucks.
Stop!
No. We don't start until evidence is, or until the case is given.
On you, Burton was working with Walter White.
Ooh,
That's a terrible, terrible crime.
very terrible. But it is not true.
What do you have as your first bit of evidence, Mario?
Their spouse was eyewitness to this crime.
I see. What did they say that they witnessed?
They witnessed the defendant. They witnessed the defendant bragging to other people online about being able to get into games and spawning in items that should not exist to the general public.
Objection, Your Honor!
Objection overruled. Let him continue.
Objection to these nuts in your mouth.
Mario, continue.
Objection. No.
Mario, what items were they spawning exactly?
Things like all access gold keys and inherited rings, which are impossible to get unless you're a developer, as they have never been coded to be spawnable otherwise.
Objection.
I see. Yes. What is your evidence?
So, first off, my client's friend here, the local mailman, was with him the entire time when this issue happened. And he did not witness our buddy here doing that sort of stuff. Not only that, the only item my client had in his inventory was a collectible figurine during the game's story.
Your Honor, if I may raise a question.
Yes.
What was this game like mainly supposed to be about in terms of these illegal items that were obtained?
Say that again?
What is this game about, so we know like what items should be illegal for this case?
Because that's a good fucking question. What game are we talking about? Is this like an MMO? Is this like an RPG?
Doom.
I mean, does
Doom
it
is
matter?
Not
This can't be
multiplayer game.
Doom.
Wait, but like.
Well,
here's-
yeah,
here's
no,
my-
Doom Eternal has a multiplayer mode.
Regardless,
Doesn't really have obtainable items, does it?
regardless.
Yes, it does.
Stop. Anyways. I guess we'll just go with MMORPG style game. Because that's usually what gold keys and rings would be in. It's an RPG game.
I can't with this game.
Alright.
Stop him, Cherry. Stop him.
Zenny, are you done with
Stop
your
'em.
are you done with your defense, Zenny?
I got nothing to say right now, Your Honor.
Mario, it is your turn.
We found evidence and old chat logs on this old computer. We managed to get it to turn on after it taking an absolute age. But the chat logs show the defendant bragging about doing this, as well as older programs for previous versions of this game that have been modified.
Is there anything else?
Was this computer up to the game that was being used
Was at the time.
at the time?
Yeah, because like there's Crisis, which computers still can't really run. I don't even know how to get them to shut up. I don't know how to bang the gavel and
Use your scroll wheel.
Just click the desk. Click the desk. If you want to mute people or deem guilty or not guilty, use your scroll wheel to change the mallets mode.
Oh, I see. Oh, shit. Oh, that's the.
If you want to mute the person, you hit their little squishy.
Anyways, Mario, what do you have to say? Actually, wait, no, it's Zenny's turn. Alright.
You
Zenny, what do you have to say?
gotta switch it back to talk mode. So one thing I'm gonna bring up when they searched the computer was the chat logs were supposedly locked behind a 2FA, which was on my client's phone. But the problem, my client's phone was broken at the time of this. How could you have access to chat logs without the phone?
You could possibly have access to the servers.
Well, yeah, and a
Yeah, but that
computer,
stuff's
which-
usually encrypted.
Yeah, and you could possibly also get a search warrant under federal law.
Yes, it is a criminal
Regulations.
investigation.
Yes, but they'd still need a way to get in, and 2FA is usually very strict about that. How would they have gotten in without the phone?
Warrants?
I mean, they have a point though, Zenny. You're kind of cooked here.
Shut up,
Like, the
Travis.
actual federal regulations require these companies to give, like, investigation people, like, access to this stuff if required by law.
Yes, Mario, what do you have to say?
In this case, the defendant had their chat systems 2FA recovery codes written down and hidden in an old whistle that was on their desk.
Okay, off topic. VRChat just updated. The marketplace is now live.
Yes, I noticed that.
Changing the subject.
Jesus.
This is the subject.
He's changing the subject. He's cooked. Down now, bro. Wait, hold on.
Oh, Your Honor, nana boo boo.
Oh, pictures.
Shut the fuck up, Ethan. And shut up too, Your Honor.
I will declare that man guilty right now.
Then
The
do
evidence
it.
is the evidence is already overwhelming.
Then do it. No balls. No balls.
Nana boo boo.
Never say no balls.
Liar,
I
liar,
will.
pants on fire.
Pleading to insanity to reduce their sentence, the judge agreed and sent them to the asylum where they are stuck for life with a roommate convicted, convinced they were the reincarnation of a cursed toaster. Over time, they started to believe it too.
Damn.
I think I'm done for today. This game's stupid.
I'm still the defense.
Yeah, this is just a hilarious game.
Damn.
Yeah, this game was just
Oh.
stupid. I love it.
Yeah, Travis, you can get off the game now.
Pretty great though,
Yeah.
friends.
It's funny. It's one of those funny games. I love it.
Gotta say, I did make a good argument against Gert though.
You did get a good argument. Some bit fucker.
Well, Your Honor, he's the liar, liar, pants on fire.
The
Your
fact that the demo is still quite full featured while not being the full
That's pretty
game as
great.
well is just amazing.
I mean, the
Yeah.
full game as well too also has stuff.
It's not that expensive either, so I'm like, if we play it again, I
$55.
might get it.
And it's like YouTubers who
If we
actually just
do it
like make
again,
videos on it. It'd be
Do it
great.
again. Actually,
Yeah.
for the feature, might as well just get the game. You know.
Yeah, I think
This
I'm
game
gonna
come out,
end
by the way.
this stream here. If you've enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and have a good
Yeah,
one.
I'm just